And hello, everybody. I am Wakasm, and today we are back with some board games. Not physical board games yet. I'm still in the process of moving all of my board game stuff to my basement, which has been a bigger project than I thought it would be. But as I've mentioned in other videos, I went from 2 jobs down to 1 job. So I'm back to having some free time, record and stream, and trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm hoping to be able to stream at least 3 or 4 times a week once I really block out some time during the day, now that I have some more free time. So I would hope you come join me if you catch my recordings and stream and come say hi. I would love to have a consistent schedule, but that may not be in the cards for a little bit longer. But I will do what I can and post what I can. This week I had a challenge to stream 4 times and was able to do it twice. So hopefully next week we'll hit our 4 mark. But yeah, anyway, this is Dungeon Pages Underboss. So this is a print and play. I've done some videos on this in the past. I play my print and plays digitally usually. I just find it easier than actually printing the paper and doing all the crafting for it. And since my cameras are not set up yet, I can't do it physically right now anyway, but probably at some point I'll do 1 or 2 runs physically in the future. I plan on doing Flip Town physically in the future. That was another print and play that I just got the physical game for, which I'm going to do. But today we are going to be playing Dungeon Pages Underboss. So before we continue, I want to show where we left off. And we left off here. So today we are going to be going after the hunting spiders. We beat the Berserk Dragon. We beat the Grim Vampire. So hunting spiders it is. This is everything that I have access to at the moment. I don't know if they've released past week 21. If they have, I haven't downloaded it yet. But when they do, I'll be adding it here to track. You can find this on my website, wakasm.com, where I do reviews and post all my gameplay stuff. It's very incomplete at the moment, but that's what we're going to be doing today. So what I have to hope is that I remember how to play. That's issue number 1. Let's switch over to the hunting spiders. There we go. One thing of note, I was playing on harder versions of a lot of these. I realized also I had printed out some of these and then went to look at the files, and the original version of hunting spiders seemed way harder than this version, although I'm sure I'll probably lose now that I said that out loud. But do make sure that when you play the game, you get whatever the latest version are. I want to say PNP Arcade. Yeah. Even though PNP Arcade is not around, they're the ones who designed this. Because the website's not around, I keep thinking that's not the name of their company, but it is. But yeah, PNP Arcade is on itch.io. So if you don't know where this is, I have a link to them on my website. Go to the Dungeon Pages Underboss page. There's links to all their stuff there. If you've never heard of this before, I think just a quick summary of what this is. This is a single page, I don't know how to describe it. It's a print and play where you roll dice. It's a roll and write. It's very chill, not too deep, not too complex, but of the Dungeon Pages, I think I like the Pages Underboss ones the best. I haven't really decided yet if this is my favorite or not, but I believe it is. And yeah, what's cool about them is that you can kind of, after you play through all of like the main ones, you can kind of hold on, you can kind of mix and match them. So like you can, this was if this was real life, you could cut the paper here and you could cut the paper here, and you could like mix and match for like endless combinations. We're not doing that obviously today, but we are going to play through the actual I'll be lucky if I get through all of just the main ones, but if you want a game that's replayable or has a cool mix and match mechanic, that's this. So anyway, that's your introduction. I've probably mentioned all this on previous videos. I probably won't mention this on every single video, but because I haven't played for months, I feel like I have to re-say these things. So anyway, so how does this game work? Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to set up your boss, and you're basically doing these dungeons in order from left to right. You're the boss and you're trying to kill the heroes. The heroes are the good guys that you were in all the previous games, so they are kind of using like asset flips, which is kind of a unique way to do it. But yeah, you get crystals to spend to kind of permanently upgrade your boss, and you do that with all these boss abilities up here. So that's what we're gonna do. There's web, which costs a lot, but you can do for free. The same with the armor. Once you have it, you can do it for free. Well, not necessarily for free. This one's actually free. This one you have to like lower the cost of your dice to actually be able to use. We can poison, or we can just hit things. And I'm not really sure what I want to do. I think I'm gonna get. I kind of want to go all in on poison, but that seems like a bad idea at the same time. I might also get some armor. Armor reduces an evil die to 1, then prevent 1 from a hero in this row or column. So both web and armor, you're kind of incentivized to spread it around. At least get 3. So you have 3 columns and 3 rows covered. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I'm going to do a poison here. Hold on. Do it smarter. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. I think we're going to do a poison here. And we'll probably do an armor here, I guess. How does it work? Is it where you're taking the damage? Reduce an evil die to 1, then prevent 1 from a hero in this row or column. So now the hero has to be in the row or column. So basically, the hero would have to be in this column or this row. All right. Trying to think of how I can prevent damage on this boss space, but yeah. All right, that's all you do for the setup. It's a very quick setup. I could have went all in on poison. I could have got some web. But I spent my 4 crystals. So now we are going to figure out where I want to draw my boss in this little cliff drop city area. And I don't know if there's like a best space, but I do think I want to get my armor. What does this look like? If I do it like this, actually I can't do it like this. If I do it like this, maybe. See how that feels. This is kind of exposed in 2 spots, but protected from up here. Well, actually it's exposed in 3 spots. But we can put something here to kind of prevent that from feeling too bad. I could also do it all up here, this, which might not be horrible. I think I might do it like that. I don't know. We have a lot of exposed boss spots, but the boss can't get attacked from this side. So yeah, I think maybe we're gonna try it like that. I don't know if this is. Oh wait, no. If we do it like this, though, we can't use our poison here. And we can't put it down here. I mean, I could just put the poison one below, I guess. Start the game with. I mean, we just kind of arbitrarily put it up there. Yeah, let's try it. Let's do that. I'm overthinking this probably, but we're gonna do it like this. This means that we can't get attacked from this side, which may or may not help, I don't know. And we're still exposed in 3 spots here, unfortunately, but not really much I can do about that. And I think we will just, for this round, I don't know, we'll put the poison below the armor for now, and we'll just see how that feels. And then we start with 1 good dice. Start with 1 good dice and 2 evil dice. Let's fix that. And then I just say this every time. This yellow sugar dice that's right here, it's just something I created. There are some effects in this game, like, for instance, Sigrid's roll if F6 increases the attack by 2 this turn. I found that by trying to re-roll the dice that you rolled already was kind of annoying, so I just added an extra dice to cover those effects. Yeah, that's it. We are going to start the game now and hopefully do okay at it. So what are we going to do here? We are going to roll the dice first. So we have the phases of the turn, we roll all the dice. Okay, so first thing that's going to happen is the bad guys, or the good guys, are going to activate first. So first we have Rock here. He moves in a downward pattern, and he just attacks 2 surrounding. Pretty straightforward, also pretty deadly. So he's going to come out here. He's number 5. So we're just going to drop him in here, and he attacks. So surrounding is he attacks here, 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 and here. It's like basically all these spaces, but we don't have anything in those spaces right now, so we don't have to worry about it. And then we simply can do the following. We could drop 2 underlings down if we wanted. We could spend any 2 dice to either drop a guardian down, which will do 1 damage and target 1 thing, or we could spend the 2 dice to upgrade it, which is probably what I'm going to do. Instead of trying to do damage right away, I think we're just going to try to upgrade some stuff early so we can get at least targeting 2 things. And yeah, that's our turn. We use both of our dice. And the dungeon path is not complete. Heroes are not defeated, so we continue on our journey. So we got another 5. So very simply, he's going to move down 2 spaces. Same thing, he can't hurt us. Had we put our H here, I think we would have had some problems, but we did not, so we're good. And I think we're just going to simply upgrade this. So now it does 1 damage but targets 2 heroes, so now it might be more enticing to get that out early. And we're gonna just keep going. 5 again. I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with my dice script. I know I've used this a bunch of times and it rolls other numbers. I think we're just getting very specific luck. So again, he's gonna move down 2. When he goes off here, they basically do this pattern, and then the other heroes do this pattern. I don't think there's any heroes that go up or left. I don't know why. I feel like that might be a little bit more fun and chaotic if they did that, but yeah, they don't. And then we have a 1 and a 5, so that's a little bit more problematic for us because our guardians need 2 through 5 to be upgraded, so we can't actually do that this turn. So we're gonna have to use an underling or a chopping blade. We'll probably end up doing both. We'll probably put down 1 underling and 1 chopping blade. I think we're gonna put down the underling here using the 5. That's gonna do 1 damage to Drock, And did he cross over anything? No, he didn't yet. And then that means he probably won't die, which means we can then use him on a future turn to give an evil die +1. Actually, no. When he attacks, you have to roll a 5 or a 6. I kind of always forget. When attacking, roll a die if 5 or 6 attack fails. There's a lot of little rules like this that I forget, so scream at me if I mess something up. But yeah, right here, gotta roll. So he does not take the, and he rolled a 5, so he actually does not take this damage. So I lied. Trock holds up his axe and I don't know, defends against the what is it? An underling. It's attack. We'll assume the underlings have daggers because they look like little goblins. I don't know. Maybe they're little spiders. I have no idea. But I still have to drop. I have to use my 1 somehow. So I'm going to use a chopping blade. And I feel like I want to put it here. We'll get 4 uses out of it. We'll put it right here. All right, so that's both my dice used. We're gonna continue, roll and roll. 2 6s, that's pretty good. Actually, yeah, this is fine. I thought I put it in the poison spot. All right, so now we have a new person being activated. Let's see what they do. Gloria. She attacks 2 adjacent. If Gloria entered the dungeon this turn, instead attack 2 surrounding. Okay, and she moves 2 to the right. Oh no, okay. There goes my plan. Alright, so she's going to end up right here. And she's going to end up killing this underling because she attacks surrounding instead of... she attacks surrounding instead of adjacent because she just came into the dungeon this turn, so I did not calculate for that. And I take 2 damage because she's hitting me here, but she is in the row of my armor. Right now my armor is in this, like basically anything here. I can use my armor to reduce the damage. So I have to decide if I want to do that. I might not want to do it this turn because I'm not going to do it this turn, unfortunately. I think having the 2 6s is just too good. If it was any other roll, I probably would have reduced it down. That's unfortunate. But we are going to use our 2 6s, and I think we're, instead of dropping spike pits, I think we're going to just upgrade them. I think we're just going to go full greedy and upgrade them, because the way spike pits work, if a hero is marked adjacent to this trap, they take a damage. If all dots are filled, the hero takes an additional 1 damage. So I think that will be pretty strong if we can make it work. If they were on a poison space, I could have poisoned them, but they're not, so that would have been good too. So we're gonna roll and roll. It's gonna be her again. So she's just going to move over, and she's gonna be right here. Now she's only attacking adjacent, but she is attacking my, and I call it the boss heart. I don't know what this is actually called. So I would be taking 3 damage. So I am going to use my armor and reduce one of these 2s to a 1 to negate one of those damage. And so we're just going to take 2. And yeah, I can do something. I don't know what I'm going to do yet with what I have. I think I'm going to use one of these to put down another trap up here. And then I don't know what the best use of my last one is. I could put down another trap somewhere, or I could put down an underling. Those are my choices. think I'll put down an underling. Let's get some damage on the board. I'll put down an underling right here under Drock and deal damage to him. Hopefully we can use the underling before anything happens, but at least they're there. And if they survive, I can do more damage to Drock. Yeah, that's it. We are going to continue our dungeon progress here. All right, so we keep rolling threes now. Suspicious. All right, so she's gonna move, gonna cross over this. We gotta mark that off, and she's gonna move all the way to here. Now this is our poison space, which is good for us because we rolled a 6 naturally, so we don't have to do anything weird. And she's in the chopping blade section, so we're gonna do the chopping blade first. Then she's gonna attack us, and she's in our armor spot. So this is kind of a whole lot of things lining up all at once. That's gonna work into our favor. So first things first, we're gonna do the chopping blade, and we miss. We got a 5. We need a 1 or 4 for her to take damage, so that's unfortunate. She's gonna hit us for 3 because she's right next to our little heart right here. But she's in the armor row or armor column again, so I'm gonna lower this 5 down to a 1, take 1 less damage. Not great, but only so much we can do. But she is in the poison spot, so the way the poison works is we deal 1 damage to this space, and then the hero gains poison. Now every time she activates for the rest of the game, unless, like, I don't know if in the future there's ways for them to get rid of this, she's going to take damage every time she activates. So if we keep rolling 3, she'll eventually kill herself. So she's going to take she's only taking 1 damage actually, because that poison does not activate until he activates. And I think that's it. Oh, we just got to use our 1, and since we have this underling down, we don't have to put down anything. This underling right here is just going to punch him. So as long as this underling stays alive, we can keep using him, and that's what we're gonna do. One way to not have to waste spots if you don't want to. Although I kind of wish I filled these 2 spots out now that I look at it, because things are going to land in here and hit me. Whereas if I filled them up, that would not be a thing. Like, I probably should have put this trap, you know, we're just gonna, that hasn't taken effect yet, so we're just gonna do that right now, because that would have been a smart thing to do retroactive or before when I was doing this. We're just gonna put one of these traps here. Be fair, we'll put it here. This way, no, of course we would put it here because we don't want them next to this. That's what we were. It's the whole reason why we put this up here in the first place, was we were planning on doing that because it's in a white spot. It doesn't help their path. Yeah. All right. Anyway, solo game, you know, that hasn't come into play yet, so I feel it's okay to do it. If you disagree, let me know. We're gonna roll. All right. We've rolled 4s. Everywhere is 4s. Okay. So 4s is a new hero. We have Cal. I don't know what Cal does. I gotta look at his stuff here. What does Cal do? He attacks adjacent. If it damages the monster, deal 1 spaces adjacent to that monster. Okay. And he moves to the right. So this is weirdly gonna is it bad for us? Well, yeah, it's not good for us. But it's not the worst, but it's not good for us either. But it does prevent us from taking 2 damage from him. Anyway, he's gonna come out. He's a 4, right? He moves to the right 1, so he's just going to continue moving 1 space. He's gonna cross over this. I gotta remember to mark down these potions. And he's gonna end up right here. And let's mark down these potions before I get Gloria cross the potion and Cal cross the potion so far. And he's going to kill our underling, so no more using our extra dice to kill Drock. nor can we use it to make a 6. And then what happens next? He does not hit us, so we're good there. All right, so we have 2 4s to use. We don't have a good spot right now where we can deal damage to 2 heroes, so we are simply going to continue our greedy journey of upgrading our guardian, and we're going to roll and roll. All right, so he's going to move again. He's going to move into this spot. Chopping blade is going to go off. Does take a damage from the chopping blade, so that's good. Cal takes a damage. He is going to attack us for 1, and we can lower a dice down to 1. So I don't know how this part actually works. Reduce an evil dice to 1 and prevent 1 from the 0, or I mean, I assume if it's already a 1, I can't reduce it to 1 and use it. But this is one of those like weird ambiguities where like it could go both ways. How often are you rolling a 1? You don't have that much agency to it. But I feel like it would be cheating if I lowered the 1 to a 1 for this. So we're not going to do it. But I feel like it should work. I feel like I can reduce a 1 to a 1. But I'm not going to do it. You can let me know if it's been stated somewhere, if that's the case. All right. So we're going to take... Do I want to lower this 6 is the question. I don't think I want to. I think I want to upgrade that spike pit to its last level. So we are going to just take the damage. Two cases where we could have used the armor, but unfortunately no. And what's next? We are going to maximize our spike pit. So this is now activated. I'll do this as a reminder. Whee! This is activated. And then I have to use a 1 somewhere. And we don't have any really great use cases left for spots, so I'm just going to put down an underling right here and deal damage. If they don't move, we might get a couple free hits on them, and if they do move, someone will eventually kill it. So alright, so we're gonna roll and roll. Gloria is gonna move again. So when Gloria moves or activates, she's going to take 8 poison damage. And she moves to the right too. So she's simply going to keep on going until she hits this chopping blade spot right here. Crosses over this gem. She's going to trigger the trap. She takes another damage from the trap. And then she is going to hit us for 2. And we cannot do anything about that. We are already like almost halfway down in our health pool, which is not great. I need to get more armor. And then we're in a weird spot because we have 6s and 4s. I would have rather have this been like a 5 or a 4 so we could get our guardian finally upgraded. But we don't have any good places to put either of them anyway. So what we can do though is we can drop our spike trap, our upgraded spike trap somewhere, and I think this is probably the best spot because it's adjacent to 2 open blocks. Actually, probably this is better, just because they have to hit those spots in order to win, whereas this one potentially they could leave before they hit it. So we'll do that, and we're also not covering a spot. And yeah, I think that's probably the best thing we're gonna do for that. And then we're just gonna punch Cal with our underling because we can. Oop. There we go. And then we're gonna roll and roll. No, double sixes again and a 1. We haven't got any sixes on the good dice. Sixes on the good dice. Sixes on the good dice are really good when you have minions out, but double sixes, that's a I feel like we've done that twice now. All right, so Sigrid has not come out yet. So their thing is advance. When they advance, you have to cross out one of these green spots. So I think we're going to cross out this right here. And they only attack one adjacent, but then we roll the trigger dice, and if we get a 6 on it, then they attack for 2, and they move to the right too. So they're coming out, and they're going to keep going right. They're going to cross the bottle. They're going to cross the gem, and they're going to end up right here. So even if they roll a 6, which they did not, nothing really happens because they're not near anything. But they did get the bottle and the gem. And Gloria got the gem already. All right. And that's all that happens there. They're not in any danger of anything. So we are going to use our 6s now. And we're going to do 1/6 with another spike trap, I think. We're going to put a spike trap right here. So now whatever lands here is going to take 4 damage from the 2 spike traps. And then we're going to use our last 6 to just punch with an underling. Luckily, the underling can use all the dice faces, so we don't have to waste our 6s putting down another spike trap. Yeah, we'll just do another damage to what's his name? 4 is Cal, the barbarian. All right, so we're gonna roll. 2 is Riley. Riley is a new one. We haven't seen Riley come out yet, so poor Riley is going to be taking a lot of damage right out the gate. They come out. They move over 4, and then they keep going until they find a spot that they can land on. And unfortunately, the spot that they can land on is right here. Well, unfortunate for them, fortunate for us. So they're going to take 4 damage from the 2 spike traps immediately. And then they reduce each evil die by 1. I just realized too, oh no, yeah, I couldn't have done it anyway. So anyway, we have a 4 and a 1 to use. And then they attack everything surrounding by 1. So they attack, unfortunately they attack this underling, which is unfortunate for us because we needed that underling alive to deal damage. But let me see how this works. Reduce an evil die to 1, then prevent 1 damage from a hero in this row or column. Oh, but they're not in this row or column. Actually, did I do it again? This is the wrong. Sometimes I feel like I did this once before, not maybe this game, but sometimes I write the number of their movement, not their dice. Yeah, it's something I need to stop doing. Okay. All right, so our underling is unfortunately gone. That's really not good for us. We could have really used the 2 free hits on Drock there. And we don't have any spaces where we can drop an underling and punch. So we are unfortunately going to have to do this, I think, and just drop underlings up here. And that's going to be the end of our turn. Now there's only 1 spot left, so if we roll a 1, that's bad because I think she advances before she moves, and she won't have to take the spike damage. But if we roll anyone else, they'll end up in this space, I think. Also, I crossed that stuff off for Riley. All right, so let's just roll and see what happens. Really, all we care about is this roll. And of course, we roll the 1. That's unfortunate for us because we lose the chopping blade. I mean, I think it works that way. I'm gonna have to check. I'm assuming the advance happens first, but I gotta look up the rules. I don't know if they get their special ability first or after. Alright. Activate the good dice in the ascending order. For each good die, activate the corresponding hero die. If you roll a 6, the hero is not in the dungeon yet. They are already in it. The hero will move according to their speed from their numbered location to the next unoccupied space, traveling as above. Place an X over the previous location. Says they move first. I mean, obviously they need to move first to do their attack, but I don't know about their ability. Advance. Choose an unmarked path space and mark it with an X. If this is the last unmarked path space, this dungeon is complete. Finish the turn and proceed to the next dungeon setup, or scoring if it was this dungeon. I'm guessing they move first. I don't know. Again, they do a really good job at making these rules like only 7 pages, but then at the same time, they have a lot of edge cases with the way things are worded. All right, let's see what it says for if a hero is not then. Check their speed icon. Then starting at the door space, count the number of spaces. It's occupied, keep moving until it wraps. Check for any traps, effect the trigger, then resolve the hero's special ability. So I mean that's under if the hero is not in the dungeon yet, and then okay, then the hero's ability. No, it's written twice in there. It's pretty clear. All right, so they're gonna move up. I feel like thematically this would be cooler for them if it happened the other way, but they are gonna move up. They're gonna take the 2 damage. And I guess we need all the help we can get. The chopping blade's gonna trigger. They do not take any damage from the chopping blade. They do not do any damage to us. There's nothing too advanced. They would roll a 2, so they wouldn't do any extra damage anyway, and then that's it. We exit this dungeon and move on to the next dungeon. So all right, we came. I mean, we took half damage, but I think we're doing okay. This feels doable at the very least. So now we have to decide what we want to do with our boss abilities. And I think we definitely want to get 1 armor, which costs what? 2 crystals. And then maybe we'll do a web. I don't know. I don't know how, like, so the web would be really cool if it means that they I don't know if the traps still activate. The web, that's the only reason why I think the web would be worth it. If you can get them stickied into like a spike trap, then that's cool. If you cannot, then it's not cool, right? Like it doesn't really, I mean, I guess in this scenario it's also cool because, you know, if I had webs in all 4 of these rows, I could prevent them from ever like going into, if I build to the right, I could prevent them from ever going into my space. I guess that's the other usefulness of it. But I don't know how it works with traps. This is another weird edge case. I'll have to decide how I want to decide on how to do it, because I'm not going to look it up right now. But if you know, leave a comment below. That'd be helpful. All right. So what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? Oh yeah, so we're going to get an armor somewhere. We want an armor, so I think we're going to get an armor down here. And, I mean, a second poison might not be horrible. And then a hit somewhere. But I think thematically we should probably try to use the web. Let's put a web in the middle. We'll do it just for thematic purposes. I think a poison and a hit would probably be more useful. But we have 2 armors now, so we've got 2 columns and 2 rows covered. Actually, no, I don't want to put that there because I want an armor. Oh, actually, yeah. So that was dumb. I probably wanted, just for future me, I probably want to get the armor there because then I can actually get another column out of it. Kind of messed that one up, but yeah, it's fine. It's too late to undo. All right, so anyway, that's it. That's all our crystals. We're going to start the next dungeon. So it looks like Sigrid is going to continue her dominant. She also went through this key. I think she went through everything too, right? She had to have, and I just didn't mark anything off. She came out. She made it all the way down here, so she went through a bottle, a crystal, and a key. All right. So she's coming out. She's coming out the door. She moves to the right too, so she's just gonna end. Oh wait, no wait, sorry. We gotta do a do-over because we forgot to write our guy down. So probably similar to the last game where we want him over here somewhere. Here lets us not get our poison. So whoops. I think that works. We can get our poison here. We don't get great armor effects, but we do get it up here. I do like this better, this like up one, but we have only 1 poison. I feel like we got to use it. Actually, we put this here also, the web never activates, so none of that is good. All right, so we're gonna unfortunately forego our poison, our 1 poison, I think, and do it like this, because now the web stops anyone here if we want them to. Right? Could have also gone all the way down here. Let's see. Maybe this is better. Same amount of armor, protection, web. We still lose our poison, and this can only be hit from 2 sides. I think this is the spot right here. All right, let's roll again. All right, this is what we got. So instead of Sigrid, it's going to be Riley, which is unfortunate for us. Well, we can make use of the dice still. So Riley moves over 4, so he comes out 1, 2, 3, 4, and he attacks surrounding. So we have a choice to be made here. We can get out a spike. Actually, no, we can't get out of spike traps. Both of our dice get lowered. So we can take the 1 damage and upgrade our guardian this turn. Or we can use our armor. Oh no, he's not in this. He has to be in this. It's not where we're taking. I keep thinking it's like where we take the damage. But it's no, it's from a hero in this row or column. He is not in this row or column, so we have to take the damage. So we don't have, it's not a decision. So that means this is also not really a decision. We are going to upgrade our guardian. So now they target 2 and damage 2. So hopefully we can start dishing out the damage before we lose. All right, so 6, nothing happens. This is pretty good for us, I think. We can do a couple things here. we can get out a spike trap. And we can start thinking about where things are going to move. He's going to move all the way to here. But actually, well, let's... Where's the best spike trap location? We put one here. 3 places where it does damage. All of these would have been good spots had he not gone first. Yeah, so we're just going to put it here. 3 spots where they do damage. Done. And then we're gonna put out a underling, I guess, and we're gonna put it out right above them. And I think they attack when they come out and activate it. Yeah. So he's gonna take 1 damage. But Riley is halfway dead. We're gonna roll and roll again. To roll multiple 6s, that'd be great, but we did not. All right, so now Sigrid is going to make her return, and she's going to move to here. She advances, so I have to cross out a dungeon spot here, and I think we'll just cross this one out. This way people can't punch me from there, adjacently at least. She punches everything nearby, and that's not really that great for her. She would have not increased it, and I think that's it for that. So we're gonna get rid of this underling right now and increase this 1 to a 2, and we're finally gonna drop our first guardian right here, and we're gonna get a boom and punch both of them for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if we can get through the next round without that guardian dying, and we can get the 2 dice we need, we can just activate that guardian again. But we need both of them to not move, and we also need nothing to end up here to kill it, and we also need the dice. So I don't know if that's going to work out. 3 is Gloria. Okay, she moves 2 to the right. I think she's just going to end up here. She attacks 2 adjacent. If Gloria entered the dungeon, she would attack 2 surrounding instead. So she's just going to hit us for 2 damage, and she is in an armor row, so we have the ability to reduce a dice, and I think we're going to do it because unfortunately this is a 1. We have no way to increase it, so we're just going to take the 1 damage. Did I take the 2 damage? What did I just do? Yeah, sorry, I don't know what I did there. So we're going to take 1 damage instead, and we just have 2 1s to use. We could either put down a trap somewhere, or we can punch. I think we're going to punch. I think we're going to do this. We're going to drop down an underling, and then use that underling again to punch twice, to hit Gloria twice. And yeah, that's going to be my turn. So we're going to roll and roll. So it's going to be Gloria again. I think we don't lose our guardian, which is good news for us, but let's see. Gloria is going to move to the right 2. So she's going to try to move here. She can't. You can only go to here. We do not have an armor in this because we didn't do it smartly. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to use my web. No, the web is this one, right? Yeah, the web is where that X is. So, all right. All right, so first things first, she hits us for 2, and we cannot lower this damage. And that's all that happens there. We're going to use both of our dice again to attack both of these guys with our guardian. So Sigrid is going to take 2 damage. Riley is going to take 2 damage. Riley is almost defeated. And that's it. We're going to roll and roll. We got a 6, so that this is we know what we're doing here. We're just going to punch these guys. 2, and Riley is defeated. So let's remind ourselves that they are done, and let's X them out. All right. All right, so we have a 5 this time, and 5 is Drock. Drock is dangerous. He moves down 2, so he comes out. Sorry, we forgot one thing. She gets the coin. There we go. All right, so Grok comes down. He's gonna move down 2. He's gonna keep moving. He's gonna go over the crystal, and he's gonna make it all the way to here. No, he's a 5. I don't know why I did the G. G is for something else. G is for Guardian. All right, so he makes it to here. He gets the crystal, which he does not have yet. And he's gonna punch us for 2. He is in an armor row, so I can reduce this 6 to a 1, which I think we'll do. I think that's a good use of that dice for right now, to take 1 damage. I could put out another spike trap. That would be the other good use of it, but we don't really have that many good spike trap spots left. Maybe putting it here so this whoever lands here takes double damage. Also, when they activate, because they're poisoned, they take a damage. Forgot about that. But I think with the 2 1s, we're simply going to just drop another underling down right here. And we're just gonna hit Gloria twice with the underling. And we're gonna keep going. We're gonna roll. 4 is Cal. Cal moves to the right 1. I don't remember what he does, but let's see where he lands. He comes out. He it's gonna cross over a coin. He's gonna make it all the way to the spike trap. Because he can't land in any of these spaces. So he does get the coin, but he then immediately takes 2 damage. And then he attacks 1 adjacent, and then if he was to hit a monster, which there are no monsters, that would kind of explode and deal more damage. So basically nothing happens there, which is good for us. And we don't have any good guardian spaces to drop a guardian right now. So I think all we're gonna do is just use the guardian we have to kill Sigrid. So Sigrid is now not with us anymore, but we are down 2 heroes, and I think that's it for the turn. We're gonna roll and roll. So this is going to be Drock again. No, it's going to be Cal again. So Cal is going to move over to the other side of the spike trap. Right here. And so he's going to take 2 damage. Whoops. And we are going to take a damage, and we can't do anything about that because he is not in an armor. Oh, he is in an armor row. But I think we're just going to take... We're going to take the damage. It's 1 damage, not 2 damage. So yeah, we're going to take the 1 damage. Because we can now drop a Guardian right here. And the Guardian attacks everything surrounding. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all of these spots as well. And we're going to be able to attack 2 heroes, which is what we were hoping for. Which is going to give Gloria 2 damage. And we're going to be defeating Cal as well. So far things are looking good. I don't know what can happen that we can't win. We have 5 health, so hopefully we can get there, but we're gonna have to see. Let's see what happens. We're gonna roll and then roll. 5, Trock is gonna move down 2. So he's gonna cross over this key right here. So I guess this is something that can happen. But first he gets the key. Let's give him the key. He attacks 2 surrounding, and he's hitting our boss heart thing, so we're gonna take in 3 damage. He is in an armor location, so we also could have made Drock not move last turn, by the way, because of the web. Just throwing it out there. I don't know if it would have been worth doing, because I don't know if these traps... If the trap didn't respawn, it might have been worth doing. But again, I don't actually know if that's the case. So just throwing that out there. We could have used the web, but we didn't. Anyway, so we're taking 3 damage. We're going to use an armor. We'll drop this. We'll keep the 6, actually. We'll drop this 3 down, I think. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. We're going to drop this 3 down to a 1. So we're going to take only 2 damage instead. So we have 3 health left. So this might not work out to our favor. We might be losing. I don't know. I do think we should probably drop another spike trap right here and kill whoever lands in this spot. Hopefully someone does. And then we should probably fill this up, and then we should be in good shape. So we're going to do that. We're going to use our underling. Or we're going to use our 1 for an underling. Yeah, we're going to roll and roll. So it is going to be Drock again. He moves in a downward path, so unfortunately he's going to cross over. So he's going to cross over this up into here. So he gets the potion. And he ends up here, and we can't do anything about that, which is really unfortunate. I didn't really think about that. I probably should have put this underling here instead. Well, it's too late now. That was a mistake on my part. Also, we haven't been poisoning him, so he does lose 2 life. Yeah, so had I put the underling up here, he would have dropped down onto the spike trap and died. Instead, I think... no, we're not going to be... Actually, we're still in good shape. We're still in okay shape, I think. It was a mistake, but I think we can salvage it, because we still have these. We have all these underlings here, so all we need to do is just use one of these underlings and increase this dice to a 2, and then now we can use our guardian. So we can do 2. We can use this guardian right here, or this guardian right here, and we're gonna use this guardian right here. We're gonna use this guardian right here to kill off Gloria. So when he activates next, he should end up on the spike traps and we win. So problem solved, although we could have done it a little bit smarter and not had to do that. But luckily we have all these underlings on the table that we weren't forced to use up. So yeah, so we're gonna roll and we're gonna roll, and 2 is already gone, so it's gonna be Drock who goes again. Drock is simply going to come down. He's going to go down 2. He's going to cross over the coin. He's going to get that coin. He's got all 4 of the treasures. But he's going to take 4 damage from the spike traps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's not poisoned. I don't know why I thought he was poisoned. I'm an idiot. So no, we don't win yet. He was poisoned. I don't know if I gave him poison damage on any other turn. Gloria was the one who was poisoned the whole time. I really hope I didn't mess that up. So we'll keep going, I guess. We don't win. They exit the dungeon. He exits the dungeon to live another day. We're going to move on to the last one. Just to be safe, I'm going to take away 2 more health. I don't know why. I feel like I poisoned him multiple times and not Gloria. So if I did that, let me know, because I'm an idiot. Hopefully I gave poison to the right person, and hopefully I've been poisoning the right person. I feel like maybe the last game I played, this was the poison person, and my brain was just doing that. But I really don't know how much health Drock has left, but we do know he's still alive. That's all we do know. Okay, so let's quickly give ourselves some stuff. So I think we're just going to give ourselves some armor and then armor. Actually, let's give ourselves 1 armor and web. Let's try it that way. This way maybe we can keep them from moving. Maybe we can do something with that, I don't know. All right, so we have to now draw them in to our last area. And we know he goes down, so we want to stay as far away as possible from him as we can. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna roll and roll. So he's gonna come out because no other heroes are activated. He's gonna end up here. He's gonna do attacks to everything surrounding. That's not gonna be enough, so we're gonna drop a guardian right next to him. We're gonna drop a guardian right here. No, right here, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what's better. If there's a reason to do it or not. I guess if I had the web here, I could keep him locked here, but I didn't put the web up there. Can we force him to end up on a web space? If we put something here, we could force him to be on this web space and then maybe do something. But I think we're just gonna do this. I think we're gonna go get with the odds here and do 2 damage to him. Then we're gonna roll and roll. He's gonna move again. He still can't hit anything. And then we're just gonna surround him with underlings. And they're gonna punch him once. Actually, I've messed up too. The underlings have to roll. Wonder how many times I did this. See, look, one of them missed. It's very easy to miss. I bet you before I dropped an underling somewhere and punched twice. Let's just simulate it. All right. If I did it in the past, I didn't miss on those rolls. But yeah, it's very easy to. I should probably like highlight this stuff. But yeah, underlings are not guaranteed damage. That's the part I have to remember. But anyway, we're gonna roll. Oh, so now we're actually in a bad spot because he can end up here. It doesn't matter. We have ways to mitigate damage. So let's roll and roll. And he doesn't move. So we're gonna punch with these underlings. Punch. Punch. Now he's definitely dead. And let's just do one more turn for good measure. He would end up right here. We could prevent one of these damage that he's about to do to us. And then we could double underling him again. Roll. Roll. Alright, so he's overly dead. But this is another gameplay that has a slight bit of asterisks on it. Because I definitely forgot about the underling's role. I may have killed off something earlier, like Riley or one of the other characters, by forgetting to do the roll. But again, I did simulate it twice, so had I rolled, we'll just say that those rolls worked and they would have been guaranteed hits anyway. And then the poison thing. I don't know if I was poisoning Drock before, and if I applied Glorious Poison. But for the most part, good representation of the game. I think we won. I'm happy with this win. We will move on to who is next. I don't want to click forward because I don't want to lose this space. But yeah, actually, we can just do it this way. Who is next? It is King Tritus. Okay, there we go. King Tritus is next. So that's it. That is Dungeon Pages. Again, if you want to see more of this, best ways you can support me are just following me on YouTube. I want to play more games, and if I get more followers and more of a presence, I can make it an easier convincing of myself to, hey, carve out more time. I mean, I do have a son, so I spend a lot of time with him, and he watches these videos. So hey buddy, if you're watching, hope you're doing well. But you can comment, you can like, you can subscribe. I have a website. That's another place where you could go and interact. I have some fun things there. I guess I'll talk about real quick why I have a second. In addition to seeing stuff like this, my progress in games, you can go to these. Great, I'm not logged in, so I can actually showcase it to you. I guess I can showcase it to you this way. So I have a couple things going on. You don't have to be a Patreon to do this, but if you are a Patreon, you get like more of my fake weird currency that I created to be able to do this. But you can come to my website and you can create stickers. You can go to any game and drop stickers. There's like a whole thing. I probably should be logged in to show this off in the future, but I'm not. So maybe on a future video I will do that. But you can come to any game, you can play stickers, you can say the game's awesome, you can say it sucks, you can do whatever you want there. There's a lot of different options. You can come vote on things. I have a bunch of stuff that I want to do. Where is it? These are things that I want to be able to do, either on a long stream day or as like a kind of like a multi-day convention thing. I have some video game stuff. I have some board games I want to get to the table, so you can come here, spend your coins, and vote on them, and tell me like, hey, I want you to play Voidfall. Like, don't play other things. Like, stop playing Dungeon Pages, play Voidfall instead. Obviously, this is going to be growing over time. Any game I have on my website, I have a lot that I have to add. You can go to. So let's say you want me to go back and play some more Under Falling Skies. You could come here and you could say, hey, play this game. You use your coins there to kind of alert me like, hey, I should be playing it. And then other than that, yeah, I've been doing reviews and stuff. Here's all my reviews. You could come here and come disagree with me if you want, you know. It's probably boring at this point, but yeah, you can come here. This is my written review. I wrote a lot. It's from my brain. I'm not the greatest writer in the world, but I did my best. And yeah, I have my progress tracker for this too. I have to actually flesh this out more. I only played this once and then kind of stopped doing it. I even reviewed the different expansions, which is something that I got to do more of. You can find all my old reviews or all my playthroughs as long as I added them. I do forget to add it. And then lastly, the thing that I keep doing is I've been starting to, and this is incomplete, so, you know, I have a lot of games to rank and I still have to kind of go through and shuffle stuff. But I've been ranking every game I've ever played in one big long ranking list very slowly. And I also am doing the same thing with tiering them. So yeah, these are all different games that I have to, you know, I have to do a lot more of this behind the scenes. And then above me, above my head, I'm trying to have a calendar. I already had a calendar for this week and only followed through with 2 of the 5 days. So, you know, I'm going to put a big warning on my calendar, at least for the next month. It's a very loosely based thing. It's what I would like to do. I know that sounds horrible. Maybe you'll see that I want to play Voidfall on a Wednesday or something, and then you show up and I don't actually do it. So I'm trying to not do that, but it's very hard. It's hard having a full-time job and then a kid to carve out the time you need for this stuff. But I'm trying. Like I said, your support can make it happen. That's if you even like this content to begin with. But yeah, anyway, you want to support me, that's how you can do it. I do have a Patreon, but I don't really expect people to do Patreon. I've had people do it in the past and I always feel awkward about it. It is helpful though. Again, not gonna lie. You want to support me, that's another way to do it. Otherwise, just come to my website or comment or like, dislike. Tell me what you disagree with. Was I unfair with a review? Other than that, I'm Wakasm. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.